It's Ruben Naranjo, his Ricky's dad, and Ruben's grandpa.
Yeah, he had like a cold. It seemed like, right?
Yeah, he just wasn't doing well.
Like
he wasn't taking care of himself.
Did he ever deal with any drugs and alcohol and stuff like that? Was that involved? Because I remember hearing back when I was younger, when I started, that he had a bout with maybe like a heroin or something like that.
My dad was a very, very heavy heroin user for many years, and then after one of his brothers passed away, and my sister passed away. That's when it started.
Was it in the 60s when he was
No, it was in the 70s, and then he came he got clean. He got off the methadone and everything, but he started drinking a little more.
Yeah.
But he was drug free. Just but the alcohol, I think that's what ended up making him retain the fluids.
Yeah, with the liver. Well, what happened is, I have some family members that were intravenous drug users as well, and they were in the early 60s and 70s, but early 60s, I'm talking 61, 62, and they would share needles back then because there was no education about, you can pass, hepatitis,
sure.
You can pass all kinds of things with shared needles. That's why they do, they use the needle program and stuff like that. And, they went clean and they stopped doing the drugs, and it came back to haunt them later on in life.
Yeah.
It affected the liver because of the sharing of the needles and stuff like that. So back in the 70s and the 60s, I mean, la raza no tenía nada de educación about doing drugs safely, and stuff like that could happen. Was there something, but there was nothing wrong with Ruben's liver, right?
No, as far as we know, he went to go see a couple of, clinics throughout my adult life, which I remember as a kid. I don't really remember too much about him going and seeing any doctors or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's just the way it was back then. We lived in a ranch, and sometimes my dad would be gone for a few weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Well,
how was it living, seeing your dad go through that? Were you with him in his band when he was going through that, or was he already clean?
No, he was already clean.
Okay.
He was already clean.
So you didn't, but you were a small kid when he was going through that, or?
Yeah, it was very difficult. I'm the youngest one in the family, and after we lost my sister in '78, I was 4 years old. And then we lost his father, my grandfather, which was pretty much my father figure, and taught me a lot about life.
Because your dad was always on the road and stuff.
Yeah, and we lived in the ranch. I was the one that had to get up early and do this and that.
Ir a limpiar, darle de comer al marrano.
Los marranos.
Córtale el quelite y hace esto y lo otro, ¿verdad?
Yeah, but it was it was amazing to see him recover from that.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell everybody that's addicted to whatever, there's always a chance. There's always hope. Don't ever give up.